Do you feel like quitting? Do you feel like giving up? And do you feel condemned about feeling that way? Like you're done with life, like life has thrown you way too many curveballs and you just can't seem to get a break? Did you know that Jesus felt that way too? Mark 14:36 says, and he said, Abba, Father, all things are possible for you. Take this cup away from me. Nevertheless, not what I will, but what you will. He's saying, please stop all this. My friends have abandoned me. They've rejected me. People are falsely accusing me, persecuting me. Jesus felt that deep human emotion of wanting to quit. He was tempted in all ways like us. But here is the difference. He said, not what I want, but what you want. I am releasing all control of what is happening in my life right now, and I'm going to trust you. Even if it kills me, I'm going to trust you, God. He's saying all things are possible. That means you can stop this, God. But I don't need you to stop this if it's part of your plan. Because you know why? Jesus saw where his suffering, or he saw purpose in his suffering. The purpose of his suffering was to get us back to the Father. So that's why he was able to endure that suffering. I want to read something to you in Romans 8:18. Romans 8:18. I don't normally do like little mini Bible studies on here, but I think some of you need to hear this. Romans 8:18. Because if we don't see purpose in our suffering, we're going to continue to feel like victims, like God's picking on us, and start questioning whether we deserve this. And our mind's just going to go wild with all kinds of thoughts, thinking that God is being abusive, that why doesn't he care, and why is he allowing this to happen to me? Because we don't understand the purpose of our suffering. And it says in Romans 8:18, for I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So the sufferings that we're going through now are for the glory which shall be revealed in us. The glory is Jesus shining through our life, even in the worst times. Because we don't have to be defined by what's going on in our life. We don't have to be defined by what's happened in our past. Because we're defined by who he made us to be. That's our identity. Our identity is not in what's happened to us. Our identity is not in us messing up and sinning. People think the glory is just some dust that falls from the sky in a church service. It's not. The glory that's revealed to us through us is him. And if we understand that the purpose of our suffering is so that we could be transformed into his image, then now we don't feel like we're being picked on by God. That we see that everything that's happened to us is so that he can be revealed through us. So today, if you feel like quitting, I want you to also, one more scripture. Remember what this, in Hebrews 12, I'm going to go to it now. Hebrews 12 says the following. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor be discouraged when you're rebuked by him. For whom the Lord loves, he chastens or disciplines. He scourges every son he receives, right? But verse 3 of Hebrews 12 says, "For consider him who endures such hostility from sinners against himself, lest you become weary and discouraged in your souls." Yes, sometimes it's things that you did and the consequences that you're suffering because of what you did. But still, even in that, God can shine through your life. You just got to understand that the purpose of suffering, the purpose of being here, is so that we can become more like him, and that people that see our life and see the fruit of the Spirit, they see the love, joy, and peace, they'll want that too. So like I said, if you're discouraged today and you feel like quitting, understand the purpose of your suffering is so that he can be revealed in your life.